Good morning, friends. Today we have a few plans that we might have to do today, but I'm really taking it slow right now. I'm enjoying my coffee and easing into the day. So later I have to head into the city to get a birthday present for someone, and I might also want to go to the library to get a book if I can find it, and I really want to talk about it later. After that, we'll probably just do some browsing and enjoy our days, since we're not really in a hurry, which is really nice. And after that, I will probably do some journaling. Also, I need to get to the Christmas decorations today, since it's already the end of January. It is time, it needs to go, but we do have no rush today. So yeah, let's get going. So I'm back. I already packed up the birthday present. I forgot to show you. I did get the book from the library I was looking for, and I also got another book at the bookshop. The book from the library I was looking for is The Martian from Andy Weir.
Andy Weir.
The Martian from Andy Weir. This is the German version because I live in Germany, so most of the books in the library are in German. I actually prefer to read books in the original version, so most of my books are English. But this one I wanted to get from the library since I couldn't find this kind of version with the old cover anywhere. All of the books are with the movie cover with the face on it, and I really don't like faces on books. I know that's such a non-problem, but it really bugs me. I thought since this is a book I'm not keeping, so I wouldn't even care if there was the movie cover on top of it. But happily it's the old cover. So I'm reading this one. I have quite some time to get through it. The reason I wanted to read The Martian is because I just finished the book Project Hail Mary from the same author. This was really good. I devoured it practically. I really enjoyed the writing style. It was so easy to follow. It was really engaging. Also really liked the fact that you experience the story with the character since he can't remember anything. So a good start for the year, even though it honestly already was my third book, but it definitely was the best so far. Also really liked the character. He's honestly just a funny person, and the plot was really interesting and fast-paced. It actually felt more like being thrown into almost the finale of the story. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but this is definitely a recommendation from me if you like sci-fi, and even if you don't. This was actually my first sci-fi book. One of my 2026 resolutions, if you can call it that, was to widen my horizon, you could say. I'm actually more of a fantasy reader, or romantasy, but I felt like I needed some fresh air, some change, and maybe step into new genres of books. So I tried some classics. I also tried some horror, or maybe thriller, you could call it. I'm really looking forward to The Martian. I'm really excited if it can actually keep up with the Project Hail Mary. We will see. The other book I got today, not from the library, but from the bookstore, where we actually got the birthday presents, so we were there anyway. The book's called Blood on Her Tongue. It's from Johanna van Veen. I guess she's from the Netherlands, since the book is also setting in the Netherlands around 1800s. I just picked it up for the second time today, actually. I really like the story on the back. I also really like that it's plain in the 1800s. I've had a couple of books setting around this time and they never disappointed. But first I have to read The Martian. We have a store here. It's called Teegeschwendner and it's really great. I definitely recommend if you are looking for some kind of more special tea, loose tea as well. And they have really the most delicious mixtures and combinations. They always get me. So they also do really great recommendations if you tell them what exactly you're looking for. Like this time I'm looking for something without caffeine I can drink in the evening that is also maybe a bit fruity and maybe also a bit flowery. So I got this tea with figs and roses. Honestly, it sounded really good and I also smelled it in the store. I'm really excited to try it later. I also got a sample with my purchase. This one is in the flavor passion fruit, so it's passion fruit flavored tea. There's also black tea in here, so it probably has caffeine. That's no problem. I will drink it in the morning. I also did get some flavored rock candy sugar in the flavor rose. I did have this one before. I got it for Christmas last year and it's really good. So I thought with the fig and rose tea it would probably fit very well. That's actually everything I got today. The sun is almost down now, so maybe I will start with the Christmas decoration, or we will have some dinner first. Actually, it's quite late. We spend a lot of time. So yeah, See you later. Hello friends! So I finished The Martian and I actually already returned my copy to the library because my time was up, but I wanted to give you my final feedback and a little review on the book, what my thoughts were while reading it, and maybe a little recommendation. So what was The Martian actually about? The Martian follows the astronaut Mark Watney, who is accidentally left behind on Mars after a mission went wrong. Believed to be dead by his crewmates, he now has to rely on his scientific knowledge, his creativity, and also limited resources to try to survive as long as possible to maybe be rescued again. So overall, I really enjoyed this book. The story immediately throws you into a kind of high-stakes situation, so I was really hooked from the beginning. In my opinion, the biggest strength of this book was the main character Mark Watney, because I found him immediately relatable. Even in the most life-threatening situations, he has this kind of sarcasm about him, which made his inner monologues really entertaining. I also noticed myself trying to think ahead and trying to figure out a possible way for him to solve a certain problem. Which brings me to the next point, the seemingly ever ongoing suspense in this book. There never seemed to be any moment where you can wholeheartedly put this book down because it seems like everything is going fine. There is always something going wrong, and it made me a bit anxious. So in conclusion, what made this book really stand out? In my opinion, it was the combination of realistic science and the constant tension, and also the main character, who just felt really authentic and likable. However, when I compare the book with the Project Hail Mary, which I have read before this one, I have to say that I definitely liked the Project Hail Mary more. It just captivated me more. I'm also just not a big fan of multiple POVs, even though that wasn't really bad in this book. Maybe it's also just because it was the first book, you know? I think Project Hail Mary was just a bit better. So yeah, those were my thoughts on the book The Martian by Andy Weir. I had a good time, so I gave it 4 stars. And I'm not really a huge book critic. I'm really excited for my current read, which is The Blood on Her Tongue, the book I showed before, and I'm really excited to dive into this one. If you stayed this long, thank you so much for watching. I'm trying something new here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.